Rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. That's a third of your life. It ain't but 24 hours in a day. You cannot be sleep 8 hours a day. You can't live in LA and wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 11 o'clock on the East Coast. The stock market been open 2 hours. They already making decisions about your life and your ass was asleep. The Bible says, he who loves to sleep and the folding of hands, poverty will set upon you like a thief in the night. He who loves to sleep and the folding of hands, poverty will set upon you like a thief in the night.
My mom's thing is a 72-hour rule. I mean, it happened years and years and years ago when, you know, the first time I ever had like it was like just when the culture, the internet, like blog gossip culture was happening and they had like edited some picture of me and my cousin. My mom said to me, she said, you know what? She said, you'll go to sleep tonight, you'll wake up and it'll still bother you, then you'll go to sleep again and you'll wake up and it'll bother you a little less. And then on the third day, you'll wake up and someone else will have done something stupid enough that everyone will forget.
It's totally true.
So I've learned to control my emotions for those first 2 or 3 days, and that's why I don't run to social media and start, you know, yapping about how my anger or my frustration, I let it sit.
Yeah.
And it always goes away, man.
15 cents is your change?
We didn't actually come up with the name Tesla Motors. We didn't own the name. It was a guy in Sacramento came up with the name and owned the name, and we had to buy it off him for $75,000.
You wanted that name that badly?
Yeah. The guy in Sacramento really didn't want to sell us the name either. I sent the nicest guy in the company to just go sit on his doorstep and not leave until he agreed to sell it to us.
A sweet guy.
The nicest, impossible to anger, nicest person. So eventually the guy said, fine, I'll sell you the name.
If you leave my doorstep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Want me to blow your mind?
Blow my mind.
3 days ago, I sold $1 million in merch in one day, in that one day. You know what's even crazier? I did the same thing the next day. Let me stop you there. I did the same thing the day after that. Some kid from Ohio who maybe wanted to be an engineer because he was told when he was young to go to college. And here I am. I just made $3 million in 3 days.
People willing to tell you you're wrong? Yeah. I mean, other than snarky journalists. I mean, people that work for you.
Oh, yeah. No, we have wonderful arguments.
And do you win them all? Or?
Oh, no, I wish I did. No, see, you can't. If you want to hire great people and have them stay working for you, you have to let them make a lot of decisions, and you have to be run by ideas, not hierarchy. The best ideas have to win. So, otherwise, good people don't stay.
You want to build a $1 trillion business? You want to own 800 of these homes? Here it is. It's called the smart refrigerator. Everybody's going to have a refrigerator in their kitchen. That refrigerator is going to know when you're down to 1 Bud Light because you put in 6, and it's going to reorder it for you. So it's going to out-arbitrage every retailer, Amazon, everybody. The refrige is going to order it from Budweiser direct. Budweiser's going to deliver it. There's your idea, but here's the real game. Who's going to execute?
Right.
Who's going to hire the right people? Who's going to make the product? Who's going to execute? Ideas, man. Anyway, I'm sorry.
I think false idea that CEOs, I'm a CEO, there's this false idea that CEOs are under the most stress. Well, I look at that, I'm like, why? You're in charge. Why don't you delegate the stress? It's your choice, and so you have to figure out how to set up your life in such a way that you can minimize the things.
My wife would tell you, I got about 11 friends that are my real diehard friends, but I got about 1 million friends. Listen to what I just told you. I got 11 friends that are my diehards that come here, we play video games. When they leave, they vacuum. They know my wife before she had long hair. They know me when I didn't have no money. They knew our struggles. They come here, they don't ask for nothing. They got regular jobs. They go back home. And they don't want to, dog, let me work for you. Let me come hang out with you. They're not those kind of guys.
What's he like in China with Jackie Chan? Is it just ridiculous?
He's the man. Jackie owned everything. He's like, you like hotel? He said, you like hotel? I said, yeah, it's my hotel. That's my hotel. No. So I got to do more movies. And then he was like, wow, you over here. I said, I came to see you. What do you think I'm over here for? You're the only person I know in China.
But he really just goes over and just like
walks around with like 15 people, and then I'm like in the back of the 15 people. Jackie, wait up, hold up. This don't look right, man. We supposed to be together. He's like, oh, come on, restaurant. We go to the restaurant.
I agree with the list. You know, I agree with the do's and the don'ts. I agree with setting the boundaries, setting hard lines, but also understanding there's room to grow and to breathe, and to making sure that person at the end of the day has the foundation of what you can grow with. And I'm down with I'm with it. But when somebody shows me that they're not with it, then they're out. They're out of here. They're out. They're out, Steve. They're out. They're done. Because the gag is, I don't have time for games.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what scene that was from, but... What the gag is, I don't have time for games. I said, all right, little Eartha Kitt. I love this girl right here. I love her.
Steve, we need to do a movie together. That's what we need to do.
What would the movie be about?
We need to do a comedy. I think something where we could be con artists would be cool.
Do you think there is other intelligent life outside the Earth?
It seems probable, but I think this is one of the great questions in physics and philosophy, is where are the aliens? Maybe they're among us, I don't know. Some people think I'm an alien. Not true. Not true.
But maybe we are alien.
Of course I'd say that,
maybe
wouldn't
we
I?
are alien, Ellen. I mean, if you look at this part of the world, they believe that human beings are not from Earth. They came from somewhere else. Eve and Adam came from somewhere else to Earth. So in a way, human being alien to this land. Do you think we'll make contact with alien within the next 50 years?
No matter what, when you make money, split it in half. Yeah. Split it in half right away. Don't put the money in your bank account and look at it as you got all that money, because you don't. Half of that money is not yours. So right away, put it over here. Create a account, call it the tax account. Put half of that there, so as you make money, you always put this money in the tax account. I never got to worry of giving the government their money, because that money's over there, and I don't look at that like it's my money. I'm never gonna touch that money, because it's not mine, it's the government. So now off of my half, what do I wanna do? I'm gonna take another half. This half is going over here. This half is for my next real estate investment. I don't know what it is, I haven't figured it out yet, but I'm putting it over here, so when I do figure it out, I got it there to buy. So now I'm only living. This is so ridiculous. I'm only living off a quarter of my financial gain. I split it in half and I took a quarter.
I'm here because Jackie Chan exemplifies perseverance, a talent that came to Hollywood and didn't make it the first time, and had to go back home and master his craft further and returned again, and then became the first international movie star.
My mother was a Sunday school teacher for 40 years when she was living. She used to always tell me, she said, God blesses you to become a blessing. Well, I didn't get it back then because I ain't had nothing. So he blessed me, Mama, we ain't got nothing. She said, but one day, son, you're gonna be different. I'm standing here today because I learned something. I just try to tell people some real basic stuff to succeed. You do not have to be educated to succeed. So you can quit beating yourself up about your lack of education. Education ain't in the Bible. Harvard ain't in there, UCLA ain't in there. Now, if you want to be a doctor, lawyer, scientist, dentist, you got to go to school. We understand that. Maybe if you're gifted with your hands of healing, you do that. But what about if you like me? What if you like you? What if you ain't a school person? What you gonna do?
You don't trust that someone's never going to betray you. You just trust that you'll be able to handle it if they do, that you'll be able to walk away. That's a massive key to it. Stop worrying about whether you can trust someone else. Maybe you can't. We don't know that. Only time will tell if you can trust somebody else. That is a pointless waste of your energy to worry about. Worry only about yourself. So that's the first argument for trusting, is that just trust you. Don't trust them, trust you. I can walk away if I need to. There's also the standards argument for trust, which is that I'm going to trust and you know, what happens when we don't trust is we suffocate people, we get overly jealous, we get controlling, we start playing detective in their life in a way that invades their privacy, steps over their boundaries. We start doing things that are unfair to the other person.
But you don't, bro. You're 17 years old. You make millions of dollars. You don't go
Billions.
to, you don't billions of dollars. You don't go to
NFT.
school. You make NFTs. You don't go to school.
I go to school. Actually, yeah. Tomorrow for our shoot, I've had to like sign in at college and be like, really sorry, can't go in that day.
College, university.
No, college here is like high school.
High school.
16 to 18. Yeah, I'm in 3 days a week.
Homeschooled or public school?
Public school. I'm in 3 days a week. I was up at 7 for the past 2 days.
Wait, you still
you go to public school?
You still go now?
Yeah.
What happens? What's that like?
What isn't like with YouTube or just like?
Yeah, just like does everybody like? How do you get treated?
Well, I don't know. Everyone's pretty. If people, I just go. I'm just a guy that makes videos. You know, who cares?
Yo, nah, bro. You're famous as f. You're like one of UK's.
No,
yeah, you
wanky.
are.
You get recognized down the street. That doesn't mean I'm just a guy. Like all of the when I'm in the pub, all the 40-year-olds, none of them give a about me. I just make videos. Everyone's pretty cool.
Not quite. I'm a 40-year-old. I give a about you.
Oh, well, Mike. Thank you, Mike.
You know, I don't really know exactly what I'm gonna do next. I don't. But you know, it's like all I do know is that it's gonna be greater. See, it's a weird thing, man. You know, your faith is tested often to see if it really is what you claim it to be. And God don't never put more on you than you can bear. So I know this, that whenever a door closes, it's only because he has a different door for you to walk through. That's the only reason. God ain't ever shut all the doors. That's it. When all the doors get shut, you won't wake up the next morning. But as long as you wake up in the morning, it's because he ain't through with you yet.
You know, there are American heroes who don't like this idea. Neil Armstrong, Gene Cernan have both testified against commercial spaceflight and the way that you're developing it, and I wonder what you think of that.
I was very sad to see that because those guys are, you know, those guys are heroes of mine, so it's really tough. You know, I wish they would come and visit and see the hardware that we're doing here. And I think that would change their mind.
They inspired you to do this, didn't they?
Yes.
And to see them casting stones in your direction.
It's difficult.
Did you expect them to cheer you on?
Certainly hoping they would.
What are you trying to prove to them?
What I'm trying to do is to make a significant difference in spaceflight and help make spaceflight accessible to almost anyone.
So wait a minute, so he saw you on the show?
Yes, he saw me on the show. Hey Steve, I'm 25 and I'm single and I have a stutter and I'm trying to find love and stuff and I feel that...
Hey, what's up, Brandon? How you doing? What was it about a lady that caught your attention?
So when I first saw her, immediately it resonated with me deeply because for once in my life, I felt like that I wasn't alone and that there was another person out there like me who also stuttered. Much less, I never thought it would be a woman. So when I saw her on your show, I immediately knew that she was outgoing, she was brave, courageous, and that right there checked off all my boxes. So I knew that if I had the opportunity to meet her, that my life would change forever, and it has.
Really?
Yeah.